under Article 123 should be exercised with due diligence and caution. Sir, it shows that the BJP government cannot even wait for a single minute to act upon matters which it considers affecting their supremacy. Sir, by interpreting Article 239 AA, the Honorable Supreme Court made it clear that the Delhi government has power to make laws and administer civil services. That's why the Honorable Supreme Court limited the role of the Lieutenant Governor over bureaucrats except to 3 specific areas such as public order, police and land. Sir, the Apex Court made it clear that the Lieutenant Governor role is to either act on the aid and advice of the Council of Ministers or implement their decisions. Sir, Supreme Court recognized that concept of federalism applies to Delhi despite it not being accorded the status of a state. Sir, the bill envisages the sitting of new statutory body, National Capital Civil Services Authority, which consists of 2 bureaucrats, Chief Secretary and Principal Secretary of Home, and the Chief Minister of Delhi. Sir, and as decision made by the authority will be based on majority, the opinion of the Chief Minister, who is an elected representative, can be overruled by the bureaucrats who are supposed to work under him. The irony does not stop there. If differences of opinion prevails, the final decision will be made by the Lieutenant Governor, effectively reversing the verdict of the Honorable Supreme Court. So the object of the bill is nothing but to place the Lieutenant Governor of Delhi as an autocratic ruler above the elected government. Sir, because of a non-BJP government is ruling Delhi, the government is trying to sabotage the spirit of the democracy in Delhi. Sir, this government is finding one or other way to jeopardize the people's mandates in the states. Either they will dissolve the assembly and impose governor's rule as done in Kashmir. So, sir, or they will purchase legislators outrightly as we witnessed in many states like Goa, Karnataka and everywhere when non-BJP government comes to power. Sir, and if that also not possible, comes with a bill of this kind of snatch the power using bureaucrats. Sir, and one more practice is there, that of using the enforcement directors, the one and only lifelong Director Sanjay Kumar Mishra to threaten the legislators to sit their side. Sir, this government is claiming that Supreme Court judgment has given the power to bring a new legislation, if needed, to control the service of the Delhi administration. Sir, why this government is silent on the Supreme Court remarks against the handling of violence in Manipur? So, sir, even after the Supreme Court indicating that there has been complete breakdown of constitutional machinery in Manipur, the BJP has not changed its chief minister from the post. Why BJP central leaders is silent on Manipur? Sir, it is because they have a clear political agenda in Manipur, which is the agenda of RSS. Sir, we have seen how this government tried to bring BJP to power municipalities in Delhi by merging the 4 municipal corporations to one by bringing a legislation in this house. Sir, then we saw how vehemently the BJP has opposed the election of Delhi mayor as they failed to get majority even after court direction to sabotage people's mandates. Sir, after all, you registered a case against the Honorable CM Kejriwal only because he asked about the degree certificate of our PM. So this government is again and again making it clear that they are not ready to accommodate any state or any union territory government that is non-BJP. Sir, it will be repetition. No doubt it will be repetition of what we have seen in Lakshadweep, Kerala, Tamil Nadu and Bengal, where the governors and lieutenant governors are behaving like the puppets in the hands of the Indian government.
No, you
sir,
can't say like that.
Sir, one more.
No.
Sir, 1 minute.
No.
The Tamil Nadu governor even ordered the removal of a minister of the cabinet. And his vision,
that can't go
they
on record.
had to withdraw the order as it went against the constitution. Sir, the bill is with the same intention what you have been doing in the other state to make mockery of the democratic principle using the governors. Sir, I reiterate that this bill is anti-democratic and anti-constitutional against the principles. So I request the government.
Please. Sir, I thank you, sir, for giving the opportunity.
Sir, I stand to oppose the Government of National Capital Territory of Delhi Amendment Bill 2023. Sir, let us deal with Article 123. In 2017, Supreme Court in Krishna Kumar held that the ordinance cannot be made to serve an oblique purpose. An ordinance cannot be made to perpetrate a fraud on the constitutional process and to achieve a purportedly oblique purpose. Supreme Court has repeatedly stated ordinance making powers are not routine legislative powers and are supposed to be used solely in emergent situations. The word that has been used by Supreme Court in terms of ordinance is necessity and immediate action, which indicate that ordinance making powers are not to be used on mere whims. This is what this government has done. The court held that where ordinance making powers is based on extraneous grounds and the purpose of ordinance was to perpetrate a constitutional fraud, the courts will interfere and strike down such ordinance. I hope that third time again you lose this case in the Supreme Court. What was this ordinance if not petty politics, sir? In the garb of lawmaking within 8 days of Supreme Court judgment, the purpose was mala fide because it snatched the mandate of the electorate and gave it to an unelected civil servant. This is constitutional fraud being perpetrated in broad daylight. Sir, may I give you an example of what the government proposes to do? Sir, you are a very seasoned politician, a senior politician. Look at Section 45I4. It requires that before issuing any order, a minister must submit his proposal to Chief Secretary, Chief Minister and Lieutenant Governor. And the list of that matters submitted to LG is expansive. It includes 45I4I matters likely to affect peace and tranquility of NCDT, 45I4 subsection 9, any other matter of administrative importance which the President of India may consider necessary. This basically means that before doing anything at all, the ministers will have to seek the permission of Shri Amit Shah. What use having a minister at all? Similarly, sir, let us look at section 45J subsection 3, which places a duty on the Secretary to Council of Ministers to bypass the CM and inform the LG. Similar clause 4 of 45J4 requires the department secretaries to determine that something is likely to cause controversy with the central government, Supreme Court, other state high court. Once they have determined it, they are required to report to LG. The CM is a showpiece. He's a showboy over there. Now, section 45J, subsection 5, the Chief Secretary is required to ignore the order of the CM Minister, report to LG anything he determines is a violation of the Act. Violation of the Act, you go to court. And that is why we have in our Constitution article, sir, you want to speak? Please. Sir, please. That is why in our Constitution we have Article 311. Every legislator says that if a civil servant doesn't act in good faith, he is protected. But you are saying that, oh, if you should determine what is violation, then why do we have courts? Let us go close down the courts. Sir, another example I want to give you. In the recital to the ordinance says that ordinance wants to ensure that the will of the officer of GNCD is represented. Sir, officers have no will of their own. The only will that matters in our democracy is the will of the people that is expressed through elections. This bill which you have brought is horrible, absurd, sir. I mean, this is patently absurd and horrible. Now, sir, it violates the principles of federalism. Why I say elected government is being provided for, but the administrative officers under it are answerable to the union government. To an elected appointee. Principle of federalism clearly applies in this. You have an elected government. The elected government decides the policy, not the officials. I can understand the pressure which the ministers are facing, but for God's sake, don't put your pains on other elected governments. In this way, in a blatantly wrong way, sir. Sir, and I want to, the Honorable Home Minister is here, he quoted Pandit Nehru. Let me quote what Nehru said in 1930, in Ludhiana State People's Conference in 1939. Nehru said, the only final authority and paramount power that we recognize is the will of the people. And then in 1938, our freedom fighters moved a resolution, Haripura, stating that the Purna Swaraj, what was that? It meant freedom for all of India, including princely states. The resolution said that the only kind of federation that can be acceptable is one in which states participate as free units, enjoying the same measure of democratic freedom as the rest of India. Now, the Honorable Home Minister says that they will do a better job. Yes, we know you did a fantastic job when lawyers protested. We know that you did a fantastic job by arresting only one community in Northeast Delhi riots. You did a fantastic job which will be written in annals of history on January 26 when farmers protested. So what is the point of taking more responsibility when you cannot discharge these responsibilities? Sir, but at the same time, it is unfortunate that it is a lesson for this Delhi government. You supported the removal of 370. So what goes round comes around. You cannot shout victim now. And sir, I want to know from the Honorable Home Minister replies, Atal Bihari Vajpayee government had tabled a bill in this house for complete statehood. Maybe you were there, sir, at that time. You placed a bill in this house for complete statehood. What is your policy? Why is the government demeaning the dignity of this august house? Take your political fights outside this house. We want to know what is your position on that, sir. And also, sir, please, if you want to end this farce, remove our 69th amendment. Remove this farce. Remove our 69th amendment. No need of that. And lastly, sir, why are you opposing this man? He is your genetically modified product. He came out of your think tank. What went wrong? I'm surprised. We knew that he was your man. He's still your man. Ideologically, he's the more closest to you. Maybe you want to use him for some rainy day when you're not in power. But that is a different chapter, sir. So I conclude by saying that I oppose this unconstitutional bill, which violates federalism, which is part of the basic structure of our constitution. This is completely wrong. It will, and moreover, I am warning all regional parties that day is not far when Bengaluru, Chennai, Hyderabad or Mumbai can become union territories. Let us be careful. Thank you, sir.
श्रीमती हरसिमरत कौर जी।
शुक्रिया सर।
आपके साथ